There are a handful of skills every driver should know. Now, you don't need to know how to change your own oil, but changing a tire is something you should probably understand how to do. Another good skill, knowing how to jump a car when it has a dead battery. Now this is easier than you might think. You only need 3 things: a vehicle with a dead battery, a set of jumper cables, you can also call them booster cables, and a vehicle with a good battery. Step 1, park a running vehicle next to your dead vehicle, turn this one off, and then pop both hoods. Step 2, find the batteries. And when you do find the batteries, you're gonna see 2 terminals. There's a positive terminal and a negative terminal. Now, occasionally, automakers will tuck batteries away in hard to reach spots, but in that instance, they'll supply remote terminal posts, which still reach all the way down to the battery. And the positive in that case will still be a red or positive symbol terminal. Now here's a quick tip. If you find some corrosion on the terminals, what you're gonna wanna do is loosen the terminal cable connectors, pop those cables off, take a wire brush and scrub those terminals real nice, and then reapply the cables and tighten the screws back up. Step 3. Now this is where we're gonna actually attach the clamps to the car. You'll see 4 clamps in total, and each side has a red and black one and a red and black one. That would be positive and negative. You're gonna want to attach these in the following order. Put a red clamp on the positive terminal of the dead battery. Now put a red clamp on the positive terminal of the battery in the vehicle with the good battery. Next, we take the black clamp on the good battery side and put it on the negative terminal. Finally, take the black clamp on the dead battery side and clamp it to an unpainted part of metal in the car's engine bay. This is to ground everything. Find an exposed bolt or a bracket. Occasionally, a vehicle will even have a grounding terminal or bolt just for this purpose. Step 4. It's now time to fire up the vehicle with the good battery. First, make sure the cables aren't in the way of any moving engine parts like the fan, and then hop in and fire it up. Now you can hop into the vehicle with the dead battery and try to fire it up, but don't worry if it doesn't fire up right away. The battery might need to build up a bit of a charge. So give it a few minutes, relax, and then after taking a breath and pausing, hop in, and it should fire right to life. Step 5, keep both vehicles running, but now we gotta remove those jumper cables, and we're gonna do this in the reverse order in which they were attached. So remove the negative clamp on the jumped car first. Next, remove the negative clamp on the car with the healthy battery, and then the positive clamp from that same car. Finally, remove the positive clamp on the car that was just dead. Now, it's a good idea to take the vehicle you just jumped and drive it around for a bit. We recommend at least 20 minutes. That gives your alternator enough time to build up enough of a charge to keep this thing ready to go the next time you need to fire it up. Here are some tips if you have any questions after just watching that. If you go back to your car to try to fire it up after doing all this and it gives you trouble and struggles again, there's a chance your battery isn't very healthy or your alternator is dying. Now, you can go get these replaced yourself. You can even do it at home. It's not terribly difficult, and in terms of cost relative to other car parts, it's not terribly expensive. Gives you a chance to bond with your vehicle and get your hands a little bit dirty. If it's raining, yes, it is still safe to jump your vehicle. Don't let water run down the cables to the battery terminal, but the hood should help you cover that up. And if you're still feeling a bit nervous, an umbrella held between the 2 vehicles should keep you totally good to go. You can actually buy a portable jump battery pack and keep it in your trunk, and in that case, you won't need the second vehicle to get your car jump started and moving. And that's it. It's that easy. Go buy a set of jumper cables, keep them in the trunk of your car, or even a portable battery jumper pack. And now you know how to do it. And it's not just for you. You someday might have to help somebody else down the road, and now you're armed with the knowledge to do so. For the record, this thing starts totally fine. It's playing the dead vehicle for the purposes of this. The Montero's good.